All right, you guys, what's up? Um, this is going to be my first YouTube video, and I wanted to talk about a really special story, something sad, a little bit life-changing, a little bit of hope, and yeah, let's get started. Well, first of all, I want to kind of burn a little sage, kind of clear out my mind, and kind of concentrate and talk about the story. All right, so Um, this story is going to be about my chiropractor doctor that recently passed away, and it was very touching to hear his story, and it really helped me out. Um, so to begin, I'll start from the beginning. I got in a motorcycle accident and I broke my toe and my ankle got fractured. So I had to go to a chiropractor, and I thought this chiropractor was going to be one of those guys who kind of like break your bones and like pop them back in place, or like, you know, break your neck, crack your neck. But he was totally different. First of all, I'll describe him a bit. He was this like 90-year-old old man, old man, to the point where like he'd be sitting down in this chair sleeping, and his assistant would like rub him on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, Jose's here to like see you." And every time I walk in or we would like see each other, I'd be like, "How are you?" And he would always say, "Almost as good as you." And for the first appointment, I had a full on cast on my leg, so he couldn't really do too much work on my ankles and like about like my toe area, and then would only like, I remember the second appointment I felt this like nerve kind of pinched or like really sore right here on my knee, and I would think like, damn, this guy's about to like crack my knee or crack my leg, right? But totally different practice that he does. He was doing like neurological or um medicine and all natural. So he would like pinpoint a point where it hurt, and he taught me put both hands to the sides, and he, with his other hand, he would like do this. He would like touch the area, and then with his hand he'd like go like this, and then he'd go like, "How does it feel now?" And I touch it and I'm like, "What the heck, like it's gone, like I don't feel it." And Um, fast forward to like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks of seeing him with the cast on. He could only do so much work here, but my ankle hurt, and then my toe hurt. So I went out of my way, took off my cast, and like I just knew in my heart, I was like, this man knows what he's doing. This man like is a real natural medicine man. Like he knows how to like fix my leg. So I took off my cast, and he was kind of like, "Why would you do that? Like, um." Your doctors haven't told you anything. And mind you, this whole time that I was dealing with my broken ankles, like I saw him and another doctor and the other doc, and I went to a hospital. But out of like the hospital and then the clinic, nobody wanted to help me. Like nobody cared. Like everyone thought like if it wasn't a big deal. But this old man, Richard, my chiropractor, he was very like always giving me reassurance, like it's gonna be okay, like it's gonna take some time, day by day. And he would always joke around, and he would always be like, should we bring out the magic hammer and start working on your leg? And where's the magic marker to mark where it hurts? And then he um he was just very sweet, very nice to me. Um and I got to know him for about like a month, and I would see him twice in a week. And one time I kept asking him like 100 questions, like what kind of vitamin should I take? What should I do to my leg? Like, should I walk on it? Should I blah 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 blah? He's like, stop asking questions and get out of here. And I was like, okay, okay, I'll stop asking questions and get out. And then so this is where it gets very, very, very sad. Um I'm very into astrology. So I'm like, I want to know what kind of sign he is, to know like what kind of sign is a healer, like, like is interested in that kind of work, just to kind of keep track in my head. And I was like, when's your birthday? Like, what's your sign? And he's like, oh, you're one of those. And I'm like, yeah. And he didn't want to tell me. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'll stop asking the questions. And then I want to say like after I asked those questions, well, he did his little magic where he like fixed my leg. And let me explain this. Once I took off my cast, like there's a lot of points in my ankles and my toes where it hurt. And I believe it or believe it not, but when I would be walking, I felt this like pain on my leg. But then when I go see him and he like pull out the magic marker, I'd mark it where it hurts, and he would put his hand there, and with his other hand he would tap, and he'd be like, stand up and walk on it, and I'd walk on it. I remember there's one appointment where I was just like, wow. After I stood up, I was just saying, wow, wow, wow. And then his assistant's like, did you hear that, doctor? He said wow 3 times. And I was like, that's magic, man. Like, like my whole leg felt relaxed, and like no medicine, no pills, no shots, just genuine like touching and like him mind work. And like I remember every time he do it, he looked down and he closed his eyes. And so like I would like close my eyes, and I would also pray and be like, I hope I heal, I hope I recover fast, like I hope what he's doing is helping me, and like I respect his work. And to that day where I was asking him like, what's your zodiac sign and what star sign are you? He wouldn't tell me. So he was like, all right, like you already fixed your leg, time for you to go to physical therapy, which was like a table that gave me like back massage. And when I went to the table, I was just like really, really, really concentrated and really trying to tap into his like energy field and see like, okay, what traits does he have, like what sign is he giving, like that kind of stuff. And when I was like tapping into his energy field, like it was kind of like I was astral projecting, and I was like laying down on the table, my eyes closed, and just really, really focus on him. And like I was like astral projecting to his office, and where he was walking, there would always be like a woman right behind him. And it felt like it was like just a woman. At first I tapped into like maybe it's his mom, like his mom's like a spirit guide or guardian angel that's always following him, right? And then so that was that day, and I like something in my bones was like, I need to tell him, I need to tell him, or like, but I was like, okay, no, I already annoyed him with all the 21 questions and what sign are you? So then I just let it be. And then the next week I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask a few more questions to maybe pick up on what kind of zodiac sign he is. And my question was, this is where it gets so sad. My question was, what made you want to do this? Like, what got you into this? And he said that his wife had like really bad seizures, and when they went to the doctor, she only had like 3 months to live. And he said he practiced this for her, and he doing this gave her 8 more years of her life. And when he was telling me this, he was really, really happy. And he told me about this vacation they went on to Idaho. And just like you can see him so happy. And then he looks down and then he looks back up and he looks me in the eyes and his smile like went to a frown and he was like it's still hurting to this day, or he said he lost her. He's like, it's still hurting to this day. And like my heart just like completely shattered when he told me that. And like at this point in my life, like when he was telling me that, I just felt in my heart like I was like, yo, I'm 30, like I'm still single, and like I'm giving up on love. Like love's just not for me anymore. And like hearing his story just gave me confirmation of like real love really exists out there. And you loving somebody, your partner, you're going to do everything for them. You're going to compromise for them. You're going to like heal them. And that's what he did. So it just, I needed that like motivation. I needed to meet him in order for a little part of me to heal myself within, to not just give up on love. And so like that story broke me down. And I'm a really big empath. So like if I get to know you and like I just feel like my spirit connects with your spirit and like we're just really on the same frequency, like we just want to help people out in this world and we're like really caring and respectful people, like I will get a sense of like if you're feeling sad. Like I could pick up your emotions like that. Like I could be like, wow, he's feeling sad, or he's like really mad at me right now, or he's annoyed or happy. So I started picking up on that a lot on my doctor ever since he told me the story, and it really touched me. And like I told him at end of that appointment, I was just like, well, thank you for sharing your appointment. And I would always thank him and always be like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for helping me out, because you're the only one that helps me out. And he was always like, you should go see another doctor to get like a third opinion. And I was just like, no, you're my doctor. Like out of this whole thing, like you've been the one to like help me recover and made my leg feel better without even taking pain medicine, injections, or surgery. And and then the week that he passed, it was just crazy to me because like it was crazy how it all happened. Like I wanted to know his zodiac sign, and then I saw like a woman figure like following him around the office all the time, or I felt that energy. And then he tells me the story of his wife. And then on the fourth week, like um I go into my off or to my appointment like 10:30 in the morning, and it was October 22nd, my appointment. And I go to the front door and there's like two FedEx stickers saying like you need to come to FedEx to pick up your package. The door was locked and there's a little note that said October 20th office closed. So it's been like closed for 2 days now, and I was just like, okay, maybe they're late because I went one time at 10:30, that's the time they open, and like 10:35 they open the door. So I was like, I'm going to wait like 5 minutes. And I waited the 5 minutes. I waited like in my car like another 2, 3, 4 minutes. And in my car, I remember like tapping into the energy of like um I'll tell you a backstory. When my mom passed away, me and her were so close, so I can feel like everything that she was feeling. And the moment that I knew like her that she passed, my whole world turned like gray. Like all the colors just went gray. So whenever I was waiting outside my doctor's office and just like thinking about him and being like, this is not him. Like, he's never late. Like, I remember just looking up. Like, my heart at that moment was like that, like, ache in your heart where it's just kind of like you're about to cry. And when I'm thinking about him and I look up, I just feel like the whole world turns gray. And I like was just crying. And I didn't know why I was crying, but I was just crying. And I cried like the whole way home. And like I could just feel like he wasn't here no more. Like his presence wasn't here no more. But a part of my heart was like, he's with his wife. Like he's happy now. Like, not knowing like he passed, but like in my heart, I just felt it. And cried my whole way home. And then again, it just like after crying it out, it just like opened my eyes again to being like, damn, like true love exists out there. And like I shouldn't give up on that. Like I shouldn't give up on love. Like it really does exist. And for me, it just felt like I just knew at that moment he passed away, because in 2 days I had another appointment and I went, and again the note that was still there, that the office was closed, and then the two FedEx stickers were still there. And so I was like, okay, something's up. Like maybe he went on vacation, didn't let nobody know, like something happened. And then the next week, like on a Monday, the assistant calls me and she confirms it, and she's like, hey, I just wanted to let you know doctor passed away, and we're not going to be able to see you anymore, and I wish you the best. And my condolences to her, because I just knew, I know I can feel empaths, like I can feel the energy. I knew she was an old lady he met and helped her out, but she was his assistant, aka I want to say his girlfriend. And like you could just hear in her voice how sad she was to lose him as well. And I just gave her my condolences. And um I do feel for her, and like the love that they had while he was still dealing with that heartbreak of his wife. And it's just a beautiful story, because it like, don't give up on love. And if somebody really loves you, they're going to go above and beyond for you. And how he went above and beyond to like learn medicine, natural medicine, to help her live more than she ever was expected to, was really beautiful. And that's my story, and that was an experience I have had this year, and I'm super thankful for it, super blessed, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. And for my first YouTube video, I just wanted to make it a little bit sentimental, but also storytelling. So I hope you like this story, and condolences to Dr. Richard. And I really miss him, because like he was my great doctor, and he helped me with my leg when nobody else did in this time frame. And he really shined light on love and don't give up on love. And yeah, so that was it. Thanks for watching. um